The second video explaining the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. We start with the following example. 10 runners participate in a 100-meter race at the Olympic. These 10 have the same goal, which is to win first place and obtain the gold medal. 9 of these people, my dear, fail to achieve this goal. Only one person succeeds in achieving it. And this is how life is. Many of us share the same goals, but only a few succeed in achieving them. So, my dear, the idea is not just about setting goals in life. Setting goals does not necessarily mean achieving them. There are secrets we will learn today that help us achieve goals, just like the runner who won the gold medal. Today we will talk about the relationship between habits, identity, and goals, which is a concept, my dear, you will thank me for, God willing. This is the second part of the explanation of the book Atomic Habits by author James Clear in this video. You need an excellent cup of coffee. Take this excellent dose, or your favorite drink that you like. But let's enjoy. We are at the end of the year, and soon the year 2025 will begin, and I would like to say to you, Happy New Year. I hope that this year will be better than the past years, and your coming years will be much more beautiful, and because it will be a special year. God willing, peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessing. Welcome, my dear beautiful one, to my channel. I am the founder and presenter of this channel. Our idea is detailed book explanations. Greet, my dear beautiful one. In the previous video, we mentioned that 95% of your daily behaviors are unconscious behaviors. By unconscious, we mean they are habits. Habits programmed in your subconscious mind to perform without awareness. Now, I will explain a very important concept about habits. Many of us do not know it, and I personally was not aware of it before. It is that it is impossible to acquire a new habit without getting rid of an old habit. And it is impossible to get rid of a habit without replacing it with a new one. Impossible. Imagine the 95% of your day, which we said are habits, as if it is a cup filled with water. Excellent. When you add water to it, you will lose some of the water in the cup. Indeed, as the water goes in, water goes out, and so on. And if you want an example, you might think it is trivial, but I hope it will benefit you. Many people imagine, for example, that you have a bad habit of using your phone as soon as you wake up in the morning. And many of us have this very bad habit, not only because it is a waste of time, but because it starts your day with news and posts full of worries, which often affects the rest of your day because of this first hour. So you decide that you will get rid of this habit and say that starting tomorrow, as soon as I wake up, I will not use the phone and will not waste half an hour or an hour each day. Imagine, my dear, if you decided to abandon this habit without replacing it with a new one. What will happen to you the next morning? As soon as you wake up, you are supposed not to use your phone, and at the same time, you will not do anything at all. You will remain lying down and staring at the ceiling for an hour. Now I ask you by God, do you think this is logical? And do you really think you will spend every day lying on the bed for an hour without doing anything? The answer for me is impossible. If you do not find something to do in this hour, you will likely return to the habit of using the phone. The bottom line is that you need to replace this habit. Then let's assume that your habits in the first hour of the day, or half an hour, whatever the time, involve using your phone. And then you brush your teeth, wash your face, and take a shower. So you decide that starting tomorrow, you will not use the phone. You should shift the second hour of your day to become the first hour. As soon as you wake up, you immediately go to brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, and dress. And listen, this applies to the same second hour that was the hygiene hour. You need to find something to do instead of this hour. You can read, exercise, walk in the morning for an hour, make breakfast, gain more time during the day, or go to work early to avoid traffic. The important thing is to replace the habit with a new one. By God, this concept is very important. Because I used to think previously that for any bad habit, I just need determination and persistence only. No, there are many things I need to get rid of any habit. The first of these is accountability. We mentioned this in the book The Power of Habit. But today I want you to keep this concept in mind. Why? Because we will talk about it later. So keep this important concept now. Now let's talk about the 3 layers of change. I want you to see this shape in front of you, my dear. 3 overlapping circles. The smallest, inner circle, represents the deepest layer. This layer represents identity. Now you see the layer that follows it, or the larger surrounding circle, which is the layer of habits, or we will call it the layer of behavior or action. And after the habits layer comes the third layer, which is the layer of results or goals, as we will call it today. So we have a shape consisting of 3 circles representing the layers. The deepest layer is identity, then habits or behaviors, and above them are results or goals. Let us start by explaining goals first. I will be honest with you, my dear. There is a popular saying on social media that says the start of the year does not mean the start of goals. Any day you live in your life is the start. This is one opinion. Second, it is not necessary to set goals. On the contrary, it is better not to set goals. The start of the year. My dear, let us agree that every opinion is considered correct or incorrect to some extent from one perspective to another. So we do not say that this opinion is wrong, but let us correct some concepts a little. You should have a year, your personal year that starts and ends for you. Some people start their year on their birthday, and they set their goals from the beginning of their birthday and continue throughout the year, trying to achieve these goals. When their second birthday comes, they start reviewing themselves. How many goals did I achieve? How was the amount of change? Was the year good or not? And there are those who start their year with the new solar year and rely on the Gregorian calendar. They start in January and follow up on achieving their goals until January of the following year. Some start their year in July, or in the summer, or in March, or in September. They differ, but you should have a year, set your goals, try to achieve them, then review yourself at the end of the year, evaluate mistakes, goals you did not achieve, and start improving things in the next year. You should have clear goals, set them, and keep evaluating. Now, let me talk to you about the second layer, which is habits. Why the second layer? Because habits determine your results. When we say the word habits, a habit is a behavior you follow automatically. For example, every morning you wake up at the same time, brush your teeth, and go to work. This is called a habitual behavior, and if repeated daily, it becomes a habit. Habits, as we know, are the foundation for achieving goals, or they bring results. Because no matter how good your goal or plan is, if your behaviors and actions are not aligned with these goals, you will not achieve them. Let me give you an example. A person says, I want to work on my health. Okay, I want to start eating healthy meals, and I want to exercise, right? All you need is for your habits to be aligned with these goals. So if you have bad habits and have lived your entire life in an unhealthy pattern, even if you decide to start a diet during Ramadan and then return to your previous habits afterward, habits are what determine the shape of your body. I mean, if you really want to change your shape and achieve your goal, you need to have a healthy diet, exercise, and live a healthy life. Habits must be aligned with goals, and this is very important. Now let me complete talking about the first layer, or the deepest layer, which is identity. Identity means how you see yourself and how you perceive yourself, because identity is what guides you. For example, if you see yourself as a person who loves to sleep and enjoys life, this is different from someone who sees themselves as wanting to develop themselves, achieve specific goals, and likes to be active. Identity is what directs your actions and behaviors. Therefore, changing identity is considered a deep change, not a superficial one. Imagine, my dear, that some people have a goal, which is to reach a certain level in work, study, or health. But the problem is that their identity is to continue in their previous lifestyle, which was not aligned with this goal. For example, a person says, I want to be a millionaire, but their identity is to live an ordinary life. And this discrepancy between identity and goals makes achieving the goal difficult. Therefore, you must work on changing your identity so that it aligns with the goals you aim to achieve. In summary, my dear friend, to achieve success, you must 1. Set clear and specific goals. 2. Build a system of daily habits that support achieving these goals. 3. Focus on changing your identity to align with the goals you are striving to achieve. In this way, you can achieve tangible results and sustained success. Now I leave you to relax, meditate, and organize your thoughts while you enjoy your coffee. Until the next video, God willing.